Happy birthday to him. Right, music of a different nature in the programme. We have got Matt and Andy in the programme. They've dropped in to say hello. And they've brought ukuleles with them. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hello there.
Yeah. The humble ukulele, which isn't so humble these days, is it, Matt? It seems to be taking off now.
Certainly very popular, and you can get very expensive ones. If you spend £1,000, you probably wouldn't call it humble.
£1,000 on a ukulele? How can a ukulele cost £1,000?
It's got very, very nice wood.
Is it? and does the £1,000 one, Andy, sound a lot different from, well, what would they normally cost? What would you normally expect to play?
Well, they go from anything. I mean, you can buy a starter model at 30 quid, mid-range one, 200 to 300 quid, and then upwards of that.
So, I mean, if I was to, start playing one, would I notice the difference between?
You would definitely notice the difference. I would see you as £1,000 ukulele man. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's trying to flog me one here. We must say that you're actually paying truant from the music shop, aren't you?
We are, yes. We're from Omega Music Brampton.
We are, indeed.
We've kindly been allowed to escape momentarily.
How popular has it become then? Because, everywhere you look now, there seems to be ukulele bands, ukulele groups.
Yes, extremely popular. Schools are picking up, which I think will give it a good future going into the years ahead. And another big growth area is the social side of things, where people, often older people, retired people, just, who've never picked up an instrument, get together in clubs, groups. Andy here runs a group called Ukes Akimbo in Brampton.
Yeah, they'll all be listening. Hi, Ukes Akimbo.
How many people are in that then?
If we're all there, 25.
That'll make a good sound.
It does make a good sound, yeah. We started last April. Most of them bought the ukuleles from Omega Music. There we go. Just like I said again. A lot of them had never played anything before, and it was great because within 6 months, well, the first gig we did was Matt's wedding after 3 months.
Don't tell me you walked down the aisle to ukuleles.
Not so far.
No, but it's a great, and they've all got one thing in common, so they all get on very well. But that seems to be the nature of the beast all over the UK. All uke groups, it's all like-minded people, and it becomes a big social group. It's a social phenomenon, it's great.
Matt, the ukulele's been around for generations. Why do you think it's suddenly come to the fore?
It is strange. It's had big bursts of popularity in the past. I'm amazed that we've got this far without mentioning George Formby.
Oh yeah,
thank you for that. But I just think that there was a bit of some folk groups, rise of folk music a little bit with Mumford and Sons, people like that, and then there just became a general interest in that sort of thing, and people trying stuff out, and then with the internet, I think people have been more easily able to get together, organise themselves. So like Andy's group, Brampton, but there's a club in Carlisle, there's a club in Allenby, I think,
there is,
in Hockermouth, Burneside. So that's just in Cumbria. So there's lots of people getting together socially to do it.
Were you both ukulele fans before this sudden upsurge then?
No, I was a French horn player.
That's a bit of a change.
And I, when I joined Omega Music 2 years ago, I walked in and Matt said, right, here's one of these and a book, off you go. So I went away and played it, and I thought it was brilliant. And I haven't put it down since. It's wonderful.
How easy are they to play, or are they easy to play? I mean, can somebody who's not musical at all pick one up and really sort of get the hang of it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'll just play a C chord here.
Right.
That is one finger on one string. So that can be taught to someone in 30 seconds.
Yep.
So you're onto your first chord. So in contrast to your French horn, Andy, that would have taken you a while just to get a note out, would it?
Yeah, it did. It took around a week and a half, 2 weeks.
A week and a half for one part.
That's why these are great for kids, because a kid's attention span is a lot less than ours. And you can say, right, you're playing a C, and then you teach them a G and an F, and then you find a song with those three chords in it, and at the end of an hour, they'll be off. Mum, Dad, look, I can play a tune.
And they're a nice size for a kid as well, aren't they? They're not as intimidating as a full-size guitar.
No, these are big ones. These are huge ones. These. The children normally start on either a soprano size, which
About a foot long.
I'm showing you.
It comes over well on radio, that, Andy. His hands out here.
A small one, a soprano size or a concert size.
Yeah.
And they're obviously much better than for their hands. They can reach all the strings, so they find them much easier to play.
Right. So are you got a steady stream of people coming in then, Matt? So they've seen somebody on television playing the ukulele, and do they ask for lessons at all, or can you just pick it up on your own?
There are some ukulele teachers, some good ones, but it tends to be people who will learn from either YouTube videos or they just download. Basically, people download a song they like with chord chart, and off you go. So most people actually just teach themselves, or just get the basics and off they go. I mean, often people never get any further than that, but they're enjoying themselves just with the basic chords.
Now, there's just the 4 strings. Are they nylon strings? Or?
They're fluorocarbon.
Oh, hey, we're getting technical now.
Yeah, well, it's similar to could quite possibly be fishing line on mine. Yeah.
A good £30 line.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, Andy's is made from Nile gut, which is a material that's used to mimic the acoustic properties of catgut.
Right.
Without harming any felines.
Okay, no cats were harmed in the making of this programme.
No, not whatsoever.
When we play later, it might sound like the acoustic
You brought a magazine with you, I didn't know this, a ukulele magazine.
That's
Which
right.
I understand, Matt, that you've had actually something to do with.
Yeah, quite a bit to do with it. One thing with the rise of popularity, I noticed there wasn't a uke magazine, so I produced a uke magazine. My wife designs it in Carlisle, I edit it, and it goes out each quarter to a few thousand people. It's been really successful. Our current issue, which is that's got the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain, you may have heard of, on the cover. We've been going really well.
So it's obviously about ukuleles, but what articles would I find if I opened up a copy of that?
You would find some interviews with famous ukulele players or people who are current on the scene. You'd find history about people who've gone before. You'd find tuition, songs to play contributed by current ukulele artists, reviews. That tends to be so often the case with musical instrument magazines. You get reviews about what's good, what you should get next, and that's quite a key thing with ukuleles, because often people don't stop. They don't just buy one. They buy several.
Yeah.
So
it's like me with the mouth organs. I don't know how many I've got at home. Yeah. There's always one that could just have that would make me sound better.
Yeah.
But they still hit the wrong notes. I don't know how they do. Do you actually play? You were strumming there, Andy. But do you actually play tunes on them, or do you just do the strum the chords?
I think that's because obviously we play with a group called Feckless Fuddle and the Fossils, and although a lot of the stuff we do is funny, we tried to demonstrate, which we will later on, that it can be a lyrical instrument rather than the person we mentioned earlier, who everyone automatically associates with the uke is George Formby. So it's not just all the It can play nicely and melodiously as well.
You're right.
And if you look, there's so many people out there. Some of the top pro uke players are amazing players and incredibly lyrical.
Yeah.
I think it's a big surprise when people go and see them play. But hang on, didn't know you could do that on a ukulele.
you could play a Bach cello piece on it,
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds brilliant. You mentioned sort of famous players. I know there's a concert coming up in Burnside. Was it next Friday? Is it?
Yeah, we're going. We're on we've organised a little a tour of the Borders and the South Lakes.
Yeah.
And we're playing at the Hawkshead Brewery next Friday night, and then we're at the Colvin Community Hall round in Galloway.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, on the Saturday, and then we're at Carlisle at the Masonic Hall on the Sunday night, and we're with two amazing performers. One guy, Mike Hind, is with us.
Right.
You tell me about Mike.
Mike is a fabulous entertainer, and he is from Bermuda.
Is that him on the front cover of your magazine?
So he's on the front cover of issue 2 of Uke magazine. That's true. So he's a really talented guy. You don't have to, basically, to go to these concerts, you don't have to play ukulele. You don't even have to like ukulele. You'd be surprised at just what a good night you can have. And he's Bermuda's top musician.
He is.
Yeah, he'd probably be Bermuda's top musician even if Bermuda was quite a bit bigger than.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's got an amazing wit, and he's a great ukulele player. And if you come, you'd hear "You Look Wonderful Tonight" like you've never heard it before.
Right.
Oh yes.
And also coming along is a brilliant young lady, Zoe Bestel, who's the Prince Charles's favourite ukulele player. That'd be correct.
Yes, it is. Yes, she's
By royal appointment.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
She's annoyingly only 17, and
Depressing, isn't it?
and brilliant. But she
Yeah.
writes her own stuff, and she's got a silky voice, and she's just amazing. She's playing everywhere.
Right.
But she produced her first album with the help of the Prince's Trust, so she's performed twice for Charles this year.
Yes, and she met Anton Deck, didn't she? Yeah, the last one. But she's terrific. So anyone that wants to come and see us while they're here, Mike's only over, obviously from Bermuda. Those 3 days of the way, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week are where to see us.
Right.
He doesn't play the triangle.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, you put the Bermuda trip. Where's Barry Manilow when you need him? Right. Matt and Andy, we've talked about it. We've talked about the instrument. Let's have a listen to what you're going to do. What are you going to play for us?
As I said, well, normally we go as a foursome, Feckless Fuddle the Fossils, but we haven't got our fossils with us today,
Right.
who are our drummer and bass player. So we're going to play a bit of Guns N' Roses,
Right.
Okay.
I should do. Right.
our own acoustic version. Reminds me of childhood memories, where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, it takes me away to that special place. If I stay here too long, I'll probably break down and cry. Sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. The bluest sky, as if they thought of the rain. I had a look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. Oh, 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 sweet love of mine.
said you're going to play Guns N' Roses, I thought you were joking. That just gives you a completely different sort of perspective on that song, actually. It's lovely. How long did it take you to sort of that out?
Just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it on the car and away it is.
No, we've been, well, it's sort of evolved over a year and a half, really.
Yeah.
So we started off with just the chords, and then we'd add the fancy bits later.
Yeah. I mean, why Guns N' Roses? It's not something you would associate with the uke, is it? Really?
No, but that's what we're trying to show. You know, you don't have to play music you'd expect to hear on a uke. You know, we want to try all different things. I mean, we do all sorts. We do Pachelbel's Canon as well, and we do some Anton Carulli, which is a classical piece. All sorts.
Excellent, right. So you kept very busy. I'm just looking at that magazine there. That must take a lot of your time, actually, Matt. I mean, how do you find time to get out and play the uke?
Yeah, that is a problem at times. Yeah, because it's quarterly, I can just about manage it. Basically, get home from work, which is helpful. That at Omega Music, I'm dealing with ukuleles all day, so I get the news. I know what's happening. I don't have to do a great deal of research, and then just basically stay up late a lot. When each issue's about to come out.
Is there a Stradivarius equivalent of the ukulele? You know, Stradivarius. You said that's the violin. Is there a sort of a maker who's down in the midst of time?
Yeah, well, the Martin ukuleles, I mean, Martin guitars, you may have heard of Martin ukes, especially those that from the 20s, 30s. The vintage ones, they are extremely sought after and go for several £1,000s.
And do they hold together well? Because I know a lot of people, that they've got guitars, they say it takes a while for an acoustic guitar to sort of mellow and develop, and then it reaches a certain point where it starts to fall apart, basically. I mean,
the one I'm using is one I designed. It's an Omega Z03, it's called, which we've produced ourselves. I'm no good with woodwork. It wasn't actually me. I had them made, and this one's got a solid cedar top, and it's about 2 years old, and it has become it's sweeter now than it was when it was first made. But I know listeners at home can't see, but where I strum and hit the top of it, it is wearing away. And at some point in several years' time, I'll go right through.
Yep.
But that's the nature of it, and I like it with its marks. It looks
good. I have one as well, and they're brilliant.
It's a good excuse to get another one, though, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. We have two very patient wives who put up with our.
Well, this old one's telling about this for years. She's just been in the cupboard, you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I do that with my harmonicas and my bikes, don't worry. Matt, Andy, it's been great to have you both in the studio. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.